Hello and welcome back. This is my first video of 2025. So we're at the end of January and I'm just now getting around to do this. Today is actually January 29th and I have been super duper busy with a bunch of personal projects and I am pumped to share them as soon as they're like to a pretty point to get sharing. So my name is Rachel. I am wanting to reintroduce myself a little bit. I go by Miss Kitty Cosplay in the cosplay community, and I am cosplaying going on my 11th 10th or 11th year. So I've been doing this about a decade, but I am also an avid board gamer. I have in the last year or so changed things up a bit from just playing the games, demoing with a company, working with a company, and I am now actually designing games. So it has been a lot of fun. No hints on what company I work with, but I've got quite the selection of Queen games behind me here. Speaking of the games behind me here, I am looking for a solution for organization. All of my games, besides the row of Queen I have on these two, and then I've got BattleTech on top. I've got like games just thrown on here. However, I can fit them in. It's kind of like playing Tetris, and polyomino tiles are my like shapes. Polyomino shapes are like my absolute favorite thing in a game. Um, Copenhagen and Helsinki. Those are my favorite Queen games because of the polyominoes, and I guess Dabbawala as well. Um, Anything with the tile placement stuff, I love it. I'm really into puzzles as well. Fun fact. I've got like more than this shelf. This is just the shelf that I reach for. Like these are my most played games. These are the games that I often take to game nights. These are the games that I teach on a regular. So if it's played, uh, don't look at the glare on some of them that are still in shrink because some of them I have multiple copies of. But I play these ones pretty frequently. I have a couple other shelves and some piles. There's games all over this room. Um, I'm looking for a way to organize them. I'm looking for a way to like maybe make a spreadsheet so that I know exactly where they're located and I can tell someone else where to get them. Like, what if I'm in the middle of a game and I'm having a game night and I want somebody else to grab it for me? I want to like actually be able to label and have them organized by like type so that way my friends can find what they're looking for without me having to go and dig through boxes in the garage. So I'm trying to get things more organized. This room actually is my basement space, so I have a pretty open concept basement. I've got there's like a hall area, the main room. I have my gaming area. There's the TV and a couch. I've got a drum set and then a bunch of business storage over there. I have my sewing room, so it's like an entire studio setup that I have been remodeling. That was my biggest project. I started it in December, and I have been putting in built-in shelves. I've been putting in the desk, the tables. I've been doing lots of just cleanup work because I started to paint it when I moved in, and then I put so much of my shit in there or my stuff in there that it was just overwhelming. So I've got a file cabinet for all my patterns. I've got desk lamps and stuff. I've put in a shop light. I have been fixing the paint on the wall where I pulled part of the wall off. I hung up some awards and some of my newspaper articles about me, photos of me at events in my costumes, different things I've done throughout the community. I've had I've got tons of badges and lanyards on the wall. I've just been really organizing and making this space mine. I've got some beautiful artworks from some friends of mine in the convention community that I've just had sitting in frames in the floor for almost 4 years, 5 years. So I put them up. I'm not 100% done yet. I have the table down. I'm gonna drill holes for the cords to go through from my sewing machines because I want to have my favorite sewing machine, I want to have my embroidery machine, and I want to have my serger all lined up along that wall, the long wall, and then I have another desk on the other side with a different machine that I use when I am teaching sewing. So I've got all my stuff out. I've got several projects going on at the same time while I'm doing that, and that's been chaotic. But I'm working on a couple different Jedi right now. my High Republic Jedi is probably the hardest Jedi I have worked on. I actually was just given an amazing lightsaber for it. But I want to take a second to do a huge shout out and thank you to Michael Crone, who everyone at the Queen Games booth loves him. He visits us at Gen Con and is always a blast to hang out with, and the lightsabers he sent are going to really, really help with these costumes. I cannot wait to work on these costumes and get some photos out for everybody because it's gonna look good. There's a lot of progress being made. It's been a little bit slow because I've been deciding like how I want to do it exactly, reading through the CRLs, and like the CRLs can sometimes be lengthy, and I want to make sure I'm doing everything correct, get everything approved in the Rebel Legion, and have my High Republic Jedi done very soon. I'm wanting to wear it to Origins actually. The Rebel Legion is going to be trooping at Origins Game Fair in June for the first time in a couple years, and I am pumped to get to participate in that. Origins is one of my favorite events every year. It's super busy for me, going there with a publisher and having to work the hall hours and that kind of thing, but I want to wear my Star Wars costumes. As well as the couple Jedi that I'm currently working on. Some are commissioned, some are my own. I'm also working on something kind of big for Origins. I'm doing the biggest armor build I have ever done. I am doing Adepta Sororitas, Sister of Battle. I'm doing Sister Vitas from the Order of the Argent Shroud, and I am absolutely thrilled to try to pull this off. I haven't done armor like this in years. I haven't done anything this big, so it's a huge thing to do, but I'm pumped to show it off and hopefully compete in it at Origins. I don't compete in my Star Wars stuff for people who are in the Legion, obvious reasons, but because of the process we go through and the liberties Lucasfilm and Disney allow us to take, I don't feel that it's fair to use those standards to make costumes. You know, they're screen accurate. These are to their standards, and win stuff with them. It's not very sportsmanlike, but at the same time, it's not fair. So I don't want to win money using stuff, especially as a BCO in the Rebel Legion. That's just not a good look. Also, in this big open space, I have my like little home gym space that I've got going on behind me. Actually, this evening I'm going to be hanging a curtain on the back wall and putting up some of my cool color changing lights around my dance space. So I can't wait to get all that done. I've been spending a lot of time moving my body and getting things going. I feel so much healthier when I'm working out, and it's been really nice to be able to work out again. Last year, I had quite a few procedures done, and I wasn't able to do as much active stuff as I was used to, and it sucked. I was a depressed puppy because I just wanted to do some spinning on the pole. That is like the biggest burst of serotonin for me is getting to spin and sweat. um, it being January, I have been setting some like resolutions for my life. I try not to set anything that's not obtainable, but I'm pretty pumped for this year. I want to play more games. That is like my biggest goal right now is to play some more games. I want to go to more events, and I want to compete in a costume contest. I've been cosplaying all this time. I used to compete in cosplay contests, and I've won a couple, but it's been a while. I'm never at events where I find it acceptable to do so. You know, if I'm working, I can't do that. I don't want to go in with an exhibitor badge and win because that doesn't look good. I don't want to compete when I'm friends with the judges. You know, there's a lot of I don't do it locally because I know everybody, and it's awkward for me when people are claiming that like we're cheating and that kind of thing. I'm just not gonna put anybody in that situation. So I'm gonna travel a good bit, and I'm going to compete in some cosplay contests. I actually got to help out with the Huntington area's parks department hosted a family game night, so I was able to take a whole tote of games that actually are some of mine and some of Charcon's games to help supply the families with stuff to play for the evening and entertain them. And I taught some games, and I got to know some people, and I got to spread the word about the board gaming community, and I'm hoping to see some more growth in that. And I talked to a gentleman who's wanting to open up a card shop, and we did a lot of good networking and discussions, and it was amazing to feel that here in my local area because it's something that I don't really have. You know, I'm in a more rural area, and gaming's not huge here. We got a couple game stores, but it's not something that everybody knows about, and it's not something that is popular. So I'm hoping to help increase the playing going on in this area. Thank you for listening to me ramble on again. I feel like I am getting a little bit smoother at this. It's just going to take some time to see some serious improvement, but I'm going to jump off here and actually work on a game I've been designing. I had some really cool concept ideas, and I'm going to try to go a little bit further with those tonight. I do have plans to play a game tonight, and I'm going to be making some progress and hopefully have something that I can actually pitch at the next convention I go to. So see you next time.